Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live on Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll take it well before the top of the hour. I want to give you enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, as we give you live free sports picks from the primetime games. And help us out, our professional handicappers over at Pig Dogs Sports Chat Place. Let's take a look who'll be on the show for today. We got Trey Jordan to join us, James Clark, Brian Bitler back from his vacay, showing his crown there. Chris Ruffolo will serve as co-host. Jovan Burts in the house. We got Ninos, and we got Rod Zawacki with us. Let's see how they'll line up for today's show. We got Clark, Bitler, Burts, Jordan, Zawacki, Ruffolo, Ninos, and then I will go ahead and close this one out. All right, Chris, ready for another week?
Absolutely. I thought we were going to have to start it out with the security like the old Springer fights, but no, I think we're good. I think we're hugging it out backstage. I think we're good to go. We're ready to go.
Yeah, a lot of butting heads on these games today, so we're going to go ahead and give you a little break here right off the bat there, Chris. You can referee the goings-on backstage, and we'll go ahead and go to Skype here and go ahead and welcome in James Clark. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs. James, how you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you, Tony?
I'm doing great. All right, you're going to look at this interesting game tonight between the Knicks and the Suns at 7:30 Eastern Time. The Knicks playing well, but the Suns are the favorites here at 2.5, total 215.
You look at these, these are two really good teams. You look at the last 5 games, Suns has won 4 of the last 5, and the Knicks has won all 5 of the games. But to me, we don't get to say this a lot this year because there ain't no fans. But to me, it comes down to home court tonight. And I think where the Knicks is playing at home, they've been playing good anywhere, but they play a lot better at home. They are allowing a few fans in. So, I really like the Knicks +2. I really like, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't win this game outright. But to be safe, to take the points. So, like I said, both of these teams are really good teams, and both of them been playing good. But I like the Knicks tonight, plus the 2.5 points, 3 points, whatever you get, shop around because it is going up a little bit.
All right, James Clark here is going to be here on this one here with the Knicks getting the points here against the Phoenix Suns. And I'm with you on this one. I said early in the month that Phoenix was going to be it'll be a difficult month for them. I think they're playing like their third set of back-to-back since April 7th and 8th. And it's a real tough spot for them. In here, facing Knicks team who's on rest advantage, not traveling. Phoenix going probably through their toughest scheduling spot of the entire season, playing these condensed games here in this short period of time. But I'm with you here with the Knicks +2.5 against the Phoenix Suns. This is your TV game on NBA TV. All right, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. James, you're doing some fantastic work right now as we'll pull up your record here in the NBA. 1,365 units of profit. That's number one at Pig Dogs Premium. What you have going on over at the site?
Well, Tony, I got a 7-pack going on. I got 6 NBA plays and 1 MLB I love. Coming off a winning day yesterday. Yesterday I had more MLB plays than I did NBA. But today I got more NBA plays than I do MLB because, I think there's an 11 or 12 game slate tonight. So, if you want to go grab my 7-pack and after we go 7-0 tonight, upgrade to 3, 7, or 30 days, or team me up with any of the hot cappers. Grab me, Big Al, Little Al, Tony, Rod, Chris, any of them on here. Trey Jordan, any of them out that's on the capper. If you go look at them, like I say every time I'm on here, we have the best cappers in the world, and I swear we do. But if you want to team me up with anybody or just grab me, we'll put some money in your pockets.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with James Clark over at Pig Dogs Premium. You're going to take a look here at his numbers here. They've been fantastic. Number one documented over at Pig Dogs Premium. 1,365 units of profit in the NBA. And that's all transparent. When you go to the site and you check out his page, you'll see every pick that he's released. We've got that 2-for-1 capper special going on. Get every play the cappers released for the set of period of time there that you select there over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, James, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you tomorrow.
All right, Tony. Appreciate you having me on the show, buddy, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right, James Clark here on the Drive-Thru. All right, we'll continue on with that coverage. What did you think of that Knicks pick tonight there, Chris?
I'll tell you the truth, Tony. That was the game that I think I'd rather just watch than bet on, because that's going to be a fantastic game. I would lean towards the Knicks as well, just because, like I said, you keep seeing all the ones in the ranking column next to the defensive numbers for the Knicks, and it's crazy. You start to wonder if maybe the Suns are getting sick of the East Coast. How they performed against Brooklyn and narrowly slipping against the Celtics. It was, man. I think they just want to get back home and do business at home. So I lean towards the Knicks as well.
I agree. Their past 5 games, Suns are allowing 49% shooting, and that's what the road will do to you. It's been a tough stretch of games. We talked about it early in the month how difficult this stretch would be for the Suns, and we're starting to see it here. This one on NBA TV. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Time to bring in Brian Bitler. You'll find him over at Pig Dog Stream as well as the morning shows every day. Brian, how's it going?
No, I'm glad to be back on my favorite show, The Drive-Thru, with my good buddies Tony T and Chris Ruffolo. So I'm ready to tear it up. It's really a big public versus sharps night. A lot of opportunity out there.
All right, lots of opportunity, no doubt. Of course, you'll be looking at this one here between the Brewers and Marlins as 7:40 Eastern Time, MLB extra innings pass. Big line here, Brewers laying $1.72, total 6.5.
Yeah, and it opened up a little bit even higher than that, and it's come down a little bit as far as the juice goes for the Milwaukee Brewers, and that's despite heavy betting action on the Milwaukee Brewers. But this is the first game back at home off a 7-game road trip where they just beat their arch rivals, the Chicago Cubs. You got Corbin Burns on the mound. He's been absolutely spectacular for the Brewers. 0.37 ERA, 40 strikeouts, and I believe like 3 walks. This guy's been lights out, but how long can keep up with that torrid pace? He's due for a clunker. Trev Rogers, he has been nothing to sneeze at, a 1.64 ERA, and he's been very strong for the Marlins. They're a scrappy team, and with all this public action on the Milwaukee Brewers, I love the Miami Marlins getting plus 150 tonight. Marlins 5-2 last 7 Mondays, and the Brewers are 3-7 the last 10 game ones of a 3-game set. So take the Miami Marlins on the money line tonight.
All right. Brian here with the big dog here. Marlins plus 150 against the Milwaukee Brewers. All right, Chris, looking at this one, of course, the Brewers, a team that's really good front line starting pitching, but the hitting is they've just been getting by here because they're not a strong hitting team.
I think the same can be said for both sides, though. I mean, both sides are hitting around, I believe it's around 240 against the handed pitching that they're facing tonight. And, I think from a value standpoint, the value is with the Marlins. I mean, Trevor Rogers has been no joke. And, I mean, granted, neither has Corbin Burns, but I was leaning more towards a total here. It may be an obvious play, but I think we've got a pitcher's duel shaping up here. I was looking at the under. I could easily see maybe 4 runs here. I think I could easily see both pitchers showing up here. So I was leaning towards the under, but maybe for some value, I'll take the Marlins as well.
All right, yeah, looking at the under here, looking at the Brewers in their 9 home games, just 203 team batting average here, at night even worse at 184. So Brian's here on the Marlins plus 150 against the Brewers, 7:40 Eastern Time, MLB extra innings pass. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. We got some NBA, lots of NBA tonight with baseball. I think 11-11, actually 11-10. We have a day game going off in baseball, 21 games in baseball and basketball combined. We got some hockey. We see it here in the positive past 30 days. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I tell you what, yesterday 3-0, a money line 3-dog sweep for me in baseball. But NBA 20-10, 67% over my last 30 NBA premiums. You can get my Monday night money shot, my best NBA bet for $30 at pickdogs.com, or my Monday night money shot 5-pack. Get all 5 of my plays, which include 2 NBA, 2 Major League Baseball, and 1 dog in the NHL, all for $50. pickdogs.com premium pick section.
All right, guys, get on board here with Brian Bitler over at Pig Dogs Premium. You got that money shot Monday tonight. Get on board with that one-day pass. And, of course, the best thing to do is take those winnings, make the upgrade to the long term, the 3, 7, and 38 pass. We'll get you every play that Brian releases on the site. You set the terms when you make the purchase over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Brian, I know you're part of that YouTube show, the early and late. That's some great value right now. But that late's going away. We're going to have some more passes coming up there on YouTube, Brian.
You mean the early's going away and the late is the one that's staying. You guys can still get that $50 subscription. That's going to get you the morning one and the late show one. Absolutely tremendous value. Breaks down to a quarter, 25 cents a pick. And you're going to get picks for Mitch, Rod, and me. every single day of the week. And then we got that special surprise coming a little bit. I think May 1st it starts. So excellent value. Make sure you check out YouTube Premium Picks because Rod and Mitch are absolutely on fire right now. You don't want to miss a pick.
Yeah, guys, check on board here with the YouTube Premium. The late pass will get you the late and early show. That's a great value there over at Pick Dogs. Of course, the YouTube Premium Pass. Check the link below and you'll find out how to sign up. All right, Brian, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk to you on Friday.
I'll be back on Friday for some more fun with my best buds.
All right, good luck to you. Brian Bitler here on the drive-thru going with the dog on the Marlins tonight. All right, let's continue on. Before we do, guys, just a reminder, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started with the morning show. Of course, Brian's a big part of it. Brian, Rod Zawacki, and Mitch at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show. Then, of course, we have those two YouTube, the early and late editions, and, of course, the drive-thru Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And, of course, we always ask you guys if you would help us out with those thumbs up, those likes. We're getting some help from the chat room there. It really helps us build our audience, Chris.
Absolutely, Tony, it does. And I mean, it's all thanks to the, like I said, the love and support we get from the Pick Dogs family, the Pick Dogs community, because we talk about it all the time. You look just over a year ago, I mean, we were in our infancy, and now we're up over 40,000 subscribers, on our way to 1 million and on our way to 10 million. I think, this is just another step in the right direction, and I can't wait to see what Pick Dogs has coming up. I can tell you we got a lot of big and bright things coming ahead, so stay tuned. But again, it's all thanks to you guys giving us a thumbs up and subscriptions. We really appreciate all the support.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. We appreciate the support with those thumbs up. Keep them coming in. It really helps us grow our audience. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Now time to bring in Jovan Burts. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Jovan, how you doing?
You know me, everything's smooth on this side. How about y'all?
Oh, it's going great, going great. All right, looking at the game tonight, 8 Eastern time. NBA League Pass channel has the Heat to host the Bulls. Heat going to lay 6, total 206.
Yeah, so I'm on the Bulls in this one. And this is more of a fade against Miami. Now, as good as the defensive team as they are, offensively, they're just lacking. They're 27th in the league in scoring, 19th in the league in field goal percentage, and 23rd in three-point field goal percentage. And last year, when they was in the bubble and caught lightning in the bottle and made it to the finals, it was their three-point shooting that was the difference for this club. And this year, they just don't have it. Now, maybe it's injuries. I just think that last year was an outlier for them, and this is really the team that they are. And with the Bulls, they're a better shooting team overall. Now, they played on Saturday. Miami got the 5-point win. The Bulls actually came back and made it a closer game than what it actually was. But Vucevic went off. Kobe White went off. And I think in this game, they're going to need a third person, to produce more, someone like Thaddeus Young. And if that happens, they'll cover and have a chance to win. Both teams are playing for positioning in the playoffs. The Bulls are out on the outside looking in are at 11th. So they need to catch up, and they'll play as hard as they can and actually get this cover.
All right, we got Jovan here on the Bulls plus the 6 against the Miami Heat. All right, Chris, what say you in this one? Seeing some questionable outs here now. Dragic now showed up as questionable here with rest here against the Bulls.
Yeah, for me, I was leaning more towards the under in this one just because, like Jovan said, if the Bulls are going to have a chance to win this game, they're going to have to bring Miami down to their level, and I think Miami's already playing at a slow pace as it is. You look at these two teams, their more recent games, they're all seeing, team totals that are finishing in the 90s or even the hundreds, and I think this could be, your game that you see that's fresh out of the 90s where it's just a lot of physical basketball, and it's the first to 100 wins. So I lean towards the under, but I could make a case for the 6 points as well.
All right, Chris leaning under. Of course, Jovan here, Bulls plus 6 against the Heat, 8 Eastern time on NBA League Pass channel. All right, look, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. Lots of action tonight, 11 NBA. We got 10 from baseball, some hockey. What you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, it's Monday, so you know what that means. Money Bag Monday. Got a 7-pack going, 5 MLB plays, 2 NBA plays. It's at Sports Chat place and Pick Dogs. You can also get that 3-day, 7-day, or 30-day pass. That's where you get your value on a longer-term basis. You get a return on your investment or match mail with one of the guys on the site. For for the 2-for-1 cappers, and it's all there.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Jovan Burts. See positive return past 7 days. Of course, you get that play for tonight. Those plays tonight from Jovan over at Pick Dogs Premium. Make the upgrade. We've got those 2-for-1 cappers. You can match Jovan with any other capper out there. Maybe Big Al, who's number 1 this year overall. If you like NBA, we got also James Clark, number 1. Little L, number 1 NHL. Or we want to hit up with Chris Ruffolo, Rod Zawacki, who's been hot up on the leaderboards. That 2-for-1 capper special is a great value. You'll get 2 cappers for the price of 1 at a reduced price and an all sports pass. So you get every play that the cappers release over at Pick Dogs Premium. You set the terms when you make the purchase there. All right, Jovan, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you on Friday.
Have a great night, a great week, and I'll see you on Friday.
All right, Jovan Burts here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here with our coverage. Now it's time we're talking some more NBA. We're going to go over and talk to Trey. We got Trey Jordan here on right now. Let's bring him on. Trey, how's it going?
Good. How y'all doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great, Trey. And of course, the game you'll be looking at tonight will be the one between the Grizzlies, and the Nuggets. And we'll take a look here at this current line here. It has Denver laying 4, total 228.
Yeah, I'm on the Grizzlies here tonight. Kind of a revenge spot after losing to them last week in double overtime. I just like the Grizzlies finally have nobody on the injury report tonight, so I don't see Jokic getting 47 like he did last week. He's not going against rookie Tillman the whole game. He's got Jaren Jackson Jr. and Valanciunas guard him tonight. So I like those matchups a lot better this week, and I see them containing them. Grizzlies number 2 ATS in the league. Denver 20th in the league ATS. 13-18 at home in the ATS, while the Grizzlies are 20-10 on the road. So yeah, I'm going with the Grizzlies tonight.
All right, Trey's going Grizzlies here, +4 against the Denver Nuggets. All right, Chris, what say you? I know the spot here looks Denver only because you're looking at rest advantage for this team.
Yeah, and the rest advantage, I think, is the only advantage that the Nuggets really have going into this one. I mean, yes, the Nuggets are rested, but like Trey said, the Grizzlies are getting healthy. They've got Jaren Jackson Jr. back in the lineup. He's wreaking havoc. And, you look at the history between these two of Memphis' losses to the Nuggets this season have come by a combined 3 points. Now we're being asked to lay 4. I'm not buying. I'm taking the Grizzlies and the points here as well.
All right, agreement here. Grizzlies plus the points here against the Denver Nuggets. All right, Trey, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. We got a lot of action, NBA as well as hockey and baseball. What you have going on over the site?
I just have a play in all the major sports, one in each. Just my favorite play in MLB, NHL, and NBA. So jump on that. Like everybody says, get that longer term packages, better value.
All right, guys, get on board here with Trey Jordan over at Pick Dogs Premium. Get the one-day pass tonight. Of course, make the upgrade to the long-term. We definitely have those long-term passes available for you there. 3, 7, and 30-day pass. You get every play that Trey releases on the site for that period of time that you select. All right, Trey, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you next week.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one.
All right, everybody. Trey Jordan here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here with the show. It's time now to bring in Rod Zawacki. You'll find him in the mornings every day at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. He's there with Mitch and Brian Bitler. We're going to go ahead and wire him up right now. And, of course, Rod Zawacki here. He's doing fantastic work. You've seen him top of the leaderboards. Of course, he's doing great work in the MLB as well. Let's bring him in now. Rod, how's it going?
Going good. How are you and Chris doing?
We're doing great. All right, tonight we got hockey on mine here. Blues to host the Avalanche, 7 Eastern Time. The Avs laying $1.70 total here at 6.
You bet. We got the Blues and the Avs. They just played the other night, and the Blues got the best of them, won the game 5-3. And tonight we got going back at it. Blues are you're looking at this Avalanche team, and they're definitely missing their top goalie. They're missing Grubauer here, him being out with COVID. We're going to go with Jonas Johansson in goal, and he definitely has not fared so well this year. The Blues definitely have the edge in starting goalie tonight. Bennington will be in goal, and he's definitely been playing better. And the big thing for me, the Avs they just haven't fared so well in St. Louis lately. They're 9-23 the last 32 in St. Louis. And the home team in this series is 35-16 the last 51 games. Those numbers can't be aren't deniable here. So for me, this St. Louis Blues need the wins. And then you look at where the money is, and you look at 84% of the bets, 94% or 98% of the money is all on the Colorado Avs. And last I heard, one of my buddies said that them fountains in front of Vegas definitely didn't pay for themselves by handing out this kind of money. So we're going to take the St. Louis Blues on the money line to beat the Colorado Avalanche tonight.
All right.
The number one star.
All right, there you go. We got the number one star even from Rod Zawacki in this one. All right, the play here will be the Blues plus 153 against the Avs. The Blues did win the last matchup on the 24th.
Yeah, and I agree. There is a ton of value here, but for me, I'm sticking with the Avs here. And, it may come back to bite me with how much money is on Colorado, but you look at what St. Louis has done this year at home. They're the fourth worst team in terms of money lost. The only three teams below them: New Jersey, Buffalo, and Anaheim, 29th, 30th, and 31st in the league standings. So that I don't know. I just like the Blues. Or sorry, I like the Avs here. Haven't been able to back St. Louis at home, and Johansson did beat the Blues earlier this season in one of his first starts with the Avs. So I'm sticking with Colorado on this one.
All right, butting heads here. Rod, you want to add anything to your side?
You bet.
Chris gets a little nervous.
That's a nice little revenge spot. little revenge spot here that the Blues do remember that Johansson did get the win there earlier, but they have guys that are now back in this game that weren't in that same game earlier. I'm still the Blues. Blues got their number. Johansson's going to be in for a long night. He'll be like, "Hey, welcome." It's kind of going to remind me of like Buffalo, the days in Buffalo.
All right, St. Louis Blues plus 153 against Colorado. Watch this one, NHL Center Ice Package, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. Well, you're doing fantastic work in baseball. 860 units in the positive right now. We've got a lot of baseball up there, 10 games. We've also have 11 from the NBA, some hockey. What you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, we've been rolling on. We had a nice 4-1 day yesterday. Went 2-0 in the NBA and 2-1 in the MLB. So I've got a nice kickstart the week 5-pack going here. I got 3 NBA for you, 2 MLB. Jump over to Pick Dogs Premium. We've been rolling last month. We've been positive units in NBA, MLB, and NHL this last 30 days. So jump aboard over there at Pick Dogs Premium. Or even if what we still got going on, we have that 2-for-1 capper deal. You can't miss that as well. You can pair up 2 of your favorite cappers. You've got you can pair me with Bitler. You can pair Bitler with Jovan with Ruffolo with Mitch. You can Big Mick Al. You got Big Little Al. You've got your possibilities are endless. You can pair 2 of your favorite cappers over at Pick Dogs Premium for even a reduced rate if you have 2-for-1. You always say 2 heads are always better than 1. You jump aboard at Pick Dogs Premium and get 2-for-1 capper as well. Your possibilities are endless.
That's right, guys. Check it out. Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, 2-for-1 capper, as Rod says. And Rod, right now, you see the numbers there. 862 units of profit in MLB. That's fully documented. Go to the profile page. Check out Rod's site. There, his page there on the site. You'll see all his plays that's released. It's fully transparent, and you'll see all the packages he has available. 1-day, long-term passes. You make the choice when you visit Rod's profile page over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night. We'll tune in tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time for the morning show.
You bet. You guys have yourself a wonderful evening. We'll see everybody else tomorrow morning.
All right, Rod Zawacki here on the Drive Thru. Check him out tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with the morning show. Hey guys, just a reminder, keep those thumbs up, those likes coming in. We greatly appreciate it. It helps us boost our audience. And of course, if you missed any of the plays, we're going to do a full recap at the end. Let's continue on here on the Drive Thru. And now it's time for Chris, front and center with your pick. And let's go ahead and bring up the game information here. 76ers to host the Thunder, 7 Eastern Time, NBA League Pass channel. Sixers laying 12, total 219.
Yeah, and sometimes when I send in these picks, I've got to shake my head whenever I see the Sixers. I'm about to hit send because I'm like, what am I doing? Do we know who's playing for the Sixers tonight? But you know what? I think this is a spot where it doesn't really matter who does or doesn't suit up for the Sixers, because we've seen if players are resting, it doesn't really sometimes doesn't matter who's playing. They end up covering when we expect them not to. But either way, I think this is a very, very likable spot for the Sixers. We always talk about OKC and how this team has faltered. They faltered to the tune of 3-12-2 against the spread in their last 17 games. All of them without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, which we're starting to see is a massive, massive loss for the Thunder. The Thunder over that stretch outscored by 18 points a game, including by losing 20 at home to the Wizards. It's crazy just because you see how the Wizards that game was close for a long time, and then you blink and then they lose by 20. Philly, 4-2 against the spread this year is a double-digit favorite, winning those games by almost 14 points a game. I think even if you don't see Embiid, you won't see Simmons tonight. He's out for sure. But even if you don't see Embiid, there should be plenty of enough. The job should be easily done by the Sixers tonight. So I'd lay the points with Philadelphia in this spot over a hapless Oklahoma City team.
All right, Chris here going to go ahead and lay the points here with Philadelphia laying the 12 against the Oklahoma City Thunder. I can't argue that. I mean, this Thunder team has just been dreadful. Their last cover, you go back and look at the games. You look at the entire month of April, they've only covered 2 games. That was at Utah and against Indiana. And Indiana has just been a mess shooting the basketball. It's not been pretty for them. They were pounded by Washington by 20. And, of course, you're looking here at Philadelphia. No, it is a 4-game losing streak. Embiid is questionable. But, again, I don't see they've got Milton. They've got some guys off the bench here that can probably put some points in. And, because, as you said, this Thunder has just been dreadful.
I mean, it almost feels just like a get-right spot for Philadelphia. We all know that, the Thunder are going to play and the Thunder are going to be underdogs to the Sixers. But I think the Sixers also know that, they're still in a dogfight for the top spot in the East. They can ill afford to really take look-ahead spots like this if they're going to want to catch Brooklyn at the top of that mountain. And, Tony, like you said, the Sixers still have depth, even without Simmons and Embiid. Obviously, you'd like those guys on the floor, but it's doable without them. And I just think that you see the Thunder and just what's been going on with this team and just how they basically mailed it in a month ago. And they've said, we're focusing on next year. We're on to Cincinnati. And, it's the next. It's just they're done with this season. So I look for Philadelphia to really put the hammer down. And they're one of the best home teams in the league. Let's not forget the obvious. Philadelphia is fantastic at home. So I just think all this adds up to a Sixers win. I could see them winning this one by 20 as well.
All right, Philadelphia here laying the 12 against Thunder, 7 Eastern Time, NBA League Pass Channel. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. Good night of action. 10 baseball. We got 11 NBA, some hockey. We're seeing the positive here the past 7 days. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
I told you guys it was a fantastic way to close out the week. Had a big winning day with the UFC. We moved that on to Sunday. Had another winning day. And now it doesn't stop heading into a new week. I've got my Monday mixed bag of 3-pack, my top play from the NBA, the NHL, and Major League Baseball. I got that all up for $30 over at the website. Guys, we always talk about it. When you get those winnings tonight, increase it to a 3-day, 7-day, 30-day pass. They're only going to make the plays cheaper for you guys, while at the same time you're going to get the same quality. And you're not going to be limited to just buying single-day packages here and there. You just worry about signing on, getting your picks, and going and cashing your winners. That's the best deal for you. But like we always mention as well, the 2-for-1 capper deal, as well as the season passes. Guys, there's a ton of opportunity for you over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays Premium section. Go and check it out.
Get on board here with Chris Ruffolo over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here, nearly 400 units of profit past 7 days. Got his 1-day pass up there. Of course, pick it up and then with those winnings, make the upgrade to the long-term pass. That 3, 7, and 30-day pass is your best value. There you get every play that Chris releases on the site for the period of time that you choose there when you go and visit his profile page. All right, Chris, I was looking at one of my injury reports. It did not show Simmons on the injury report, so I looked it up on my phone here, and all expectations is Simmons will play tonight. So
I saw this morning that he was dealing with. I know he missed the last 4 games with an illness, but if he's coming back tonight as well, I think that just even further solidifies that play for me.
Yeah, Philadelphia Inquirer. We've got some people on that covers the Sixers here. It's showing Simmons will play tonight. I've got that from several, and actually also Tobias Harris is off the injury list as well. So that even helps. Yeah. I like your side even more. So Good there with Philadelphia here at minus
I'm seeing Embiid only as a game time decision. So you got Danny Green out and Mike Scott out. Embiid's a game time decision with Simmons coming back in and Tobias Harris, like you said. I love it.
All right, that's the play. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Let's welcome Al Ninos to the show. You'll find him over at Pig Dog Stream. Al Ninos, #1 this year in the NHL. Al, how's it going?
Going good. How are you?
Doing great. All right, let's take a look at the game you'll be capping here. Toronto Raptors here will be hosting in their designated home stadium here. The Cavaliers. Raptors laying 11.5, total 212.5.
Yeah, the Raptors are laying 11.5, and that's pretty surprising to me. Neither of these teams have been particularly good against the spread, but of the games that Toronto has covered, I don't think they were favored by double digits too often. So anytime I see that the Raptors favored this much, I look at the other side. It doesn't really matter who it is. I mean, Cleveland obviously not the best team in the league, but getting 11.5 points. Sure, they got some injuries. Toronto is getting healthier. They got their usual suspects back, but again, 11.5 points is a lot for me to lay here, and I think Cleveland comes out to play and fight hard, and as hard as they fight, at least keep it within single digits. So I'm taking the points with the Cavs here.
All right, Nino's taking the points here with the Cavs in this one. Chris, the only thing that gets me nervous here is that Sexton will not play in this game. He's about the only offense and a spark plug that Cleveland has. And, of course, Toronto, what spark plug do they have playing in Florida? That's been the issue with Toronto, of course. It's a tough one. I mean, at first glance, if Sexton was in, I'd have no problem with the dog. But, again, no Sexton has me a little nervous.
Yeah. You smell that?
Yeah.
That smells like a dumpster fire. And this is exactly what the situation has turned into for the Toronto Raptors. I mean, Tony, I'll know that I'm in this market, and I'll tell you, when you hear Kyle Lowry say that they miss playing here, they miss playing at home. These guys are professionals, but they're still human beings too. They miss being in a true home environment. I honestly think, how we talk about, players wanting to just have their road trip be over and they're ready to just get back home. Toronto doesn't have that. And I think that this is really starting to weigh on this team. I'm with you, Tony. I would like Cleveland if I knew that Sexton was in this lineup. I lean towards the under here as well, just because I don't see there being a ton of offensive production in this game. But I would lean towards the Cavs. My stronger plays on the under, though.
All right, that's why we play under. A lot of points there. Cleveland plus 11.5 against the Toronto Raptors. And, of course, this one you could watch 7:30 Eastern Time, NBA League Pass channel. All right, Al, let's take a look over at Pig Dog Spin, where you sit #1 this year in NHL. Nearly 1,400 units of profit. We got a big board up there, 10 baseball, 11 NBA, some hockey. What you have going on over at the site?
I got 5 NHL plays tonight, then I got a MLB 3-pack, and my best NBA bet of the day as well. So NBA's been tricky, but again, I really like this one play tonight.
All right, check out El Ninos over at Pig Dog Spin, get his plays for tonight. And, of course, the upgrade to the long-term pass is the way to go. I think, Al, were you working on an NHL second-half pass up there?
Yes, I did. You requested it, and you got it. So it's down from $500 to $300 now. So you can get the rest of the season all the way through the Stanley Cup for $300 right now.
All right, great value there, $300, including the playoffs there. That's a great buy right there. So check them out over at Pig Dog Spin. Find out before Mitch finds out the price. before it has to go up. So check it out right now over at Pig Dog Spin. Guys, get on board with El Ninos NHL. Get the rest of the season pass here for $300, a really low price right now on the site. All right, Al, as always, a great having your show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right. See you guys.
See you guys. All right. That was El Ninos here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on with the guy. I know you get a kick out of that one. All right. Let's continue on.
It's only because I can relate to it. I know what you mean. So, oh, man.
All right. Now it's time for my pick. Guys, reminder, those thumbs up, those likes, keep them coming in. And, of course, we'll recap the plays, and we'll keep El Ninos back around for that last segment as he chugs about a gallon of water down as he's on his break between this thing.
I think his collar just got tighter as you said that.
I guess so. All right, let's continue on the show here. Let's go ahead and bring on my play. Here are my game information here. Kings to host the Mavericks. Mavs laying 6, total 223.5. I'm going to take the points here with the Sacramento Kings team. Listen, it's a back-to-back for them. They got that 4-point loss to the Warriors. They competed. Sacramento, has covered 4 of 5. Now, in that period, they are shooting the ball very well. 50% from the floor, 44% from 3. And it's only a 45-minute bus ride from San Francisco to Sacramento. I've driven that route before. It's not very far. Dallas is the defense I'm worried about. Past 5 games, they're allowing 47% shooting, 38% from 3. We did see Doncic on the injury report, and I'll look at it now. He's been upgraded to probable, but he's going to be playing with an elbow issue. Richardson's he's doubtful in this game. Redick's doubtful. Porzingis is doubtful. You've got a lot of doubtful. There's a lot of doubt there on the Dallas side here. So I'm going to look at the Kings. Even though it's a back-to-back, it's not a big trip for them. They'll go back home to Sacramento.
Unfortunately for me, the only D that you have with Sacramento is the D in the word doubt, because there is absolutely nothing defensively that's going on for the Kings right now. That's not to say that I'm backing the Mavericks here, but again, I think that we have another over in this spot. Like you said, Dallas hasn't been playing fantastic defense in their own right, giving up 111.6 in their last points per game in their last 5. Sacramento 121 per game in their last 5, allowing almost 52% shooting. I've got to think that we see some points in this one, so I would take the over, but the side's just too much for me to call. I like the over in this spot, though.
All right, Chris likes the over in this spot. Hey guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium. I got a 5-pack mixing up baseball and NBA, so check me out over there on the site tonight. And also, I've got the long-term passes up there, those 3, 7, and 30-day pass. You can also match me up with another capper of your choice on those 2-for-1 capper specials. So check my plays up over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on here on the show. It's recap time, so we're going to go ahead and recap all the plays from today's show as Al Ninos will join us in this segment. They got started with James Clark. He was on the Knicks, plus 2.5 against the Suns. Brian, Marlins, plus 150 against the Brewers. Trey was on the Grizzlies, plus 4 against the Nuggets. Rod, Blues, plus 153 against the Avalanche. I don't know if I said Jovan. Jovan was Bulls plus 6 against the Heat. Chris, 76ers, laying the 12 against the Thunder. Al Ninos, Cavs, plus 11.5 against the Raptors. Yours truly was on the Kings, plus 6 against the Mavericks. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I've got to go with Trey and the Grizzlies against the Denver Nuggets. I think the Grizzlies are starting to get really healthy again, and they're going to be a team to watch.
All right, we'll go over to Al Ninos. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Mine was a toss-up between yours and Trey's, so Chris picked Trey's. I'm going to go with yours, Tony. I like the Kings with the points here against the Mavs.
All right, and then my pick is going to go with – I'm going to go with James here with the Knicks plus 2.5 against the Suns. I just think the Suns are a little worn down off this trip. We talked about it earlier in the month. We saw the schedule. We saw how the Suns were going to hit their toughest scheduling spot, and here it is. They're in the thick of it. I think it's like their third back-to-back since April 7th and 8th. It's a real bad spot for them. I think the Knicks here sit at home. I like them in this spot against the road-weary Suns, who are allowing over nearly 50% shooting over their past 5 games. All right, that'll do it for another edition of The Drive-Thru, guys. We're back at it again tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Have a full book of 8 cappers on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the primetime games. And don't forget, it all gets started 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with the morning show. You got Mitch, Rod Zawacki, and Brian Bitler, so tune it in. All right, let's bring in our cast from tonight's show. Give off a nice send-off, wave goodbye. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you guys tomorrow